Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video for you, and this is using the papers I picked from my kit this month. And first up, I am just using my background papers and picking those out here. I'm using that Ellie Studio paper and also the Maggie Holmes open book paper, and I am just cutting the back out of that Maggie Holmes one because I do want to use it to map my photos on. And this is something that if you watch my videos you know I do quite a lot. It's not really as a paper saving exercise, it's just that I like my photo mat to match the mat of my layout. I think it just makes everything look quite cohesive and lovely, so that is why I do that. And so these are two photos of my boyfriend, kind of just smiling and then pulling a grumpy face because I kept taking photos of him. And this again is when we were at the NBA at the O2 Arena, which is why the photos have a little bit of a funny lighting because there's lots of blue lights and everything there. I have pulled out this card from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection, and that is what I'm going to use for my title cluster and also part of my title. It's like a little checkbox thing. It says, you know, you make me crazy, smile, and happy crazy smile. So I'm going to use that, and I've just pulled another little bit of that vellum out to just mount that on, just to make it kind of like pop a little bit. And I'm using some pieces of paper here from the Love paper from Amy Tangerine. Again, I used it on another bit of layout, and these are some bits that I had left. I also added to this set, the kit, the Serendipity 6x6 paper pad, because I found when I was, starting to scrap, I was like, oh my god, I've got this on my desk and I've not even touched it. So I do end up adding a couple of little bits from that as well to this layout, and also another layout on the blog post this month as well. And I'm just cutting some little fishtail banners out of here, just because I like banners really, and it just adds a little bit of decoration. I know that I want to put that piece there for my title, so that's where I'm working around at the moment. And I love that second photo of my boyfriend looking grumpy. It's just hilarious, because he often gives me that look, so yeah, I just thought it was funny. And so I picked that piece of paper off in the background, which is white with pink arrows on. And I kind of bear in mind that I was then using a lot of other white based papers on here as well, because I don't often mind mixing them. It's not something that really bothers me, but I do think it looks better if you use white on white tones. So I was just inking the edges, and I'm using the the Ladybird ink, I think from Prima, for that. And the only problem, it is a chalk ink, so it does take a bit longer to dry. I'm going to add some stamps onto this background, and I like how they really don't stand out too much. I mean, on the video here they probably stand out even less than in real life, and you may see in the close-up photos some of that. But I'm just using the roller stamp here. This is an Amy Tangerine one, I believe. I think I also used the Dear Lizzie one as well. And I'm just using that red ink pad. I don't want them to stand out too much. I just want to add a little bit of interest to the background. And so kind of when your eye will just kind of register that it's not kind of quite normal. And I'm using my Route 66 ink here because it's sitting on my desk and I love it. And it just adds a little bit of interest to the background as well. And of course I'm going to pull out my gold. This is not the gold lame though, the highly swapped. This is the Do Crafts gold, which is a slightly different gold. And I really like it, so I'm just going to use that to add a little bit of splatter to the background. And I'm just using my heat gun to dry that off, because those golds do take a little bit longer to dry, and I hate it when I smudge them and get on my photos and stuff. So as that's drying, then I'm just going to start sticking everything down. And I didn't lay my photos on top of the layout, which, is normal, so I don't get gold on it like I normally do. So I've just stuck my photos down, and now I'm going to start building up my clusters. As always, I cover up a lot of that background stamping, but that's okay because it just adds a little bit of something. It's not like in your face. It's subtle, it just adds a little bit, just registers with your eye that something's a little bit different. I'm going to play about with these because they never look how you had them to start with, so just going to play about with putting those down. And I kind of realised at this point that I need something up in that top corner because it's not kind of even, it's looking a little bit bottom heavy. So I'm just going to look through my different stash here of what I've got. I've got these notes and thing frames, and there's one there that has a little bit of gold on it, so I decide that's going to work well. So I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to put that down. And the good thing with the ATG is, you know, you can lift it up and stuff quite easily. So I'm just going to work out where I'm going to place that down and just use my wet glue to stick that down. I will eventually pop up some of these bits on some glue dots just because everything's not lying quite straight. I also have these notes and things, little craft stickers, and I decided I wanted to use those as well. And again, I'm just edging it with my Ladybird ink, and that works really well because it's white on craft, which is the same as the Amy Tangerine printed card, and that is just going to, you know, make sure, you know, everything's consistent, and it brings some craft up to that top part as well. Sorry guys. In doing that, I find another bit of vellum and just add that down to the bottom piece there. So I know I need to make a cluster at the top there, but I haven't left myself too much room, so that's a little bit annoying. So I'm now just going through some other bits of my stash to see what I could do. I don't know what I was thinking there about putting a whole nother card underneath. Don't know what I was thinking. So I'm just going to be looking at my other little offcuts and things I've got here, and just cut that with some scissors, and I'm just going to pop that at the top there so it pulls that red up as well. And I've got that little bit of odd space there, so I'm just going to look for another piece of paper, and I'm going to use a bit from that Serendipity collection just to add a little another fishtail banner just to bring that up to the top and a little bit of interest. I don't mind that it's going to hang over slightly because of course I am going to mount this on another piece of paper. I'm just looking at the rest of those and seeing if there's anything that I can add. I do find another one just to bring a bit of craft up to that side. So then I have got, you know, that magic triangle of the craft, which is just going to pull your eye around the layout. Again, just looking through these Chamel bits and pieces and seeing if there's anything that's going to work. There was a couple of suitcases which had London and stuff on, and these were taken in London, but didn't really go with the layout. Again, I'm looking at that piecing, if I can get that to work, but yeah, it's just completely the wrong colour. So I'm now putting out the Chamel sticker pack and seeing if I can get any of these to work. There's a half a used gold sticker, and there's other one that says True Stories with hearts under, so that's going to work really well on this layout. So I'm now going to just start adding these to the clusters. I did have a little bit of a weird gap space there, so I'm quite happy that I found something that's going to fit that well. So I'm just going to sit that in there. And, you know, my journaling, there's going to be a little bit of journaling on this out, but the title is going to kind of be a little bit tongue-in-cheek as such, because where it says "You make me happy, crazy, smile," I'm going to tick all of those, and then the rest of the title is going to be all of the above. So it's going to be like True Stories, and like his face where he's just like looking at me like, yeah, you're crazy. You know, I just thought it was funny, and it's going to work quite well together. I've got these other couple of stickers there from the Chamel collection, which says "Hi" and then "Lovely," so it says "Hi, Lovely," and I've just added those and layered those up to that side piece. This is a little bit of a weird shaped layout. I'm not going to say it's the best I've ever done. Don't think it necessarily flows as good as it could, but I did want to use those two 4x6 photos and not cut them down at all. And as I said, the photos do have that slightly weird tone because of all the blue lighting in the arena. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay, isn't it? Is that okay? I'm using these glue dots because I can't find my foam, what are they called? Foam dots. Can't find them anywhere in my stash, and I hadn't used them because I'd only done Project Life, so of course I'm not really going to use them in that. So I went with those glue dots. I also have that piece of flair there. That was from a Studio Calico kit, and that says love, and I really like that, so I'm going to add that there. I'm going to persevere with these rub-ons from Chamel. I really didn't like them. They were just bad. They were supposed to have glitter on as well, which was just bad. So really didn't like them, but I'm going to try and get them used up. These, I must say, these weren't horrendous how they came out. They're just, I don't know, they're just not great quality. And I've said it time and time before, you know, rub-ons are hit and miss. I don't know why I go for them. Really need to learn my lesson and not buy them in future collections. Unless I know that I'm going to use them straight away, because I think there's like an expiry date on them, and they should come with an expiry date, because especially if you've opened them, they seem to dry out and go weird. I tried using some Maggie Home ones, which you'll see in another layout, and they just wouldn't come off. They were rubbish. Like, I was rubbing them and they just wouldn't stick. They were awful. So, anyway, ran over on rub-ons. I'm pulling out these wood veneers that I added to my kit, which is just some different hearts. And these, again, were from Studio Calico, I believe. I've got so many wood veneers in so many different places. I really need to get onto that and get them all in one place. So, excuse me, guys. And so, yeah, I've just added those round. And again, it's kind of that group of 3. I'm just going to add some different bits in. This is the Amy Tangerine sticker sheet. They have like these tiny little hearts, maybe arrows. I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. But they're in an ombre kind of like pink colours. So I've just put those in the check boxes of that title card. And I really like how they look. I'm pulling out some of these Prima stickers, which I didn't add to the kit, but I found them when I was looking for some small letter stickers. And so I thought, yeah, I'm just going to add those to the backgrounds. Because they're like vellum stickers, they kind of look like stamped images. And as I've got stamps in the background anyway, I thought they'd kind of just work together well. So I'm just going to fuss about and just see if there's any more that I want to add. And there's also these epoxy ones as well. So I'm just going to add a couple of those on. A couple of different hearts. And then this one that says, "Hey love." And again, I'm just going to overlap it on the photo there a little bit. And I just think they just add a nice little pop of colour. And so, I just want to get these used up, you know. And it seems like these are like from Valentine's collections last year. And if I hadn't used them then, you know, I just need to get them used up. So now I've got these stickers. These are from Simple Stories. I love these stickers. They're a real great size. And I did have a little bit of trouble trying to find all the fonts and everything I wanted. So I did have to kind of like play about and make sure I had all the letters I needed, because a couple of the colours didn't have E's on, which was annoying, but I got around it. So I want the title to say, "You make me happy, crazy, smile," or all of the above. So I just thought, you know, it was a nice simple title. Just going through some more stickers here just to try and find another colour. I decided this red will work in because I've got that red Amy Tangerine paper. And there was an E as well, so that was good, because that's what I was struggling with. So I'm just going to put that down. And then, of course, I'm going to have to find another font to put that all down. And I've got the light colour for that. So I'm really happy with that title. And it kind of, the way it flows, goes to the kind of diagonal element of the page. Of course, there's word stickers on the bottom of these, and I decided, well, I might as well add some pops of colour to pick up the title just across the layout. And so you're just going to see me fussing around here. I do want to put that love one. It says "love you" or something, but I ended up cutting the U off because it's going to hang off the page way too much. I thought I might get away with it, but it was a little bit too big, so I'm going to stick that down on the outside paper, which is this open book paper. And I am just going to have to cut that sticker down as well. So overall, I'm really happy with how this layout came out. I hope you have enjoyed seeing the layout. This is a little bit back to my old style of lots of layers. Please leave any comments below or any questions, and I'll be back with some more process videos soon. So bye!